try it?
You're bad.
Alright, so if we are all secure, one more, sure. Everyone, just please back up here onto the cobblestone. Just watch your step.
The full look, man. The full look. The full look. Really like a tourist. Kind of, I was going to be wanting
Let's
to
have
take
one,
pictures
Jay.
with you.
Before we all get sweated up.
Oh,
Donkey.
we want to run
Fuck's
with
sake.
him.
Alright, so just to reiterate with some visuals, the windmill structure right over here in the back stands the actual windmill top. If you hear the alarm, be prepared. There will be a section path to stand within. Be under the guard station. Yes, we pass it when you're in. You check in there. Perfect. Is there anyone who needs to use the washroom at this point? No. Great. So let's go.
Are you okay, Tony? Have you got your tenner on? Yeah.
Alright, so can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So again, welcome to Rum Distillery Limited. We sit on roughly 300 acres of land, of which at any given time have flat rows, sugarcane, and other crops. In Barbados in particular, we have to crop rotate because our soils are not self-replenishing, okay? We're made of coral limestone, not volcanic rock, so our nutrients can be a bit low, and the cane plant does deplete certain things, in particular nitrogen. So we'll plant peas and legumes to put some nitrogen back to the soil for further crops to grow. We also grow sweet potatoes, pumpkin squash, yams, cassava, lovely things that we staff then get to buy at great prices. So it works out very wonderfully. Now we're going to make our way over to our well house. The area is a bit unstable, a little rocky, so please watch your step, okay? Let's walk and talk. Now, if you've ever seen a map of the Caribbean, you have your chain of islands. They're connected underground by volcanic rock, but then Barbados, we are off to the side by ourselves. In our heart, we are part of the Caribbean, but geographically, we're actually in the Atlantic entirely made of coral limestone, much like the interior of the Great House, with volcanic rock. And that sets the basis of who we are as an island, our topography, and our geology. For one, Barbados has absolutely no surface water. No rivers, no lakes, no waterfalls, and that's because coral limestone is a very porous foundation. So when the rain falls, it does not settle. The water will seep through our topsoil, reaching that coral limestone bedrock, which then filters it, and then it settles beneath the island. So we have aquifers, pools and pockets, we have caves, but no surface water. Milky happens to sit on top of an aquifer, and that's the source that we use to make our rum. So every single bottle of Milky is literally a taste of the island of Barbados. Now the coral limestone not only affects the water, but it directly affects the soil as well. Is there anyone here who's ever seen mango from St. Vincent or St. Lucia?
No.
No? Good.
Yep.
Some of them can be as big as your head right here. Yeah. Anything grown in the island of that chain grow bigger, taller, faster. Even their foliage is denser. They're a lot greener than we are, and that comes from their soil. Versus here, things we grow look a little pathetic. Our mangoes are so small and cute, but they taste delicious, okay? And the alkalinity of our soil from the coral limestone is what facilitates that. Our produce here takes a bit longer to grow, but it ripens very well. Versus the other islands, it grows a lot quicker. Their soil acts as a steroid of sorts to the plant, and in growing so quickly, it doesn't sweeten as well. Yeah, and that goes for everything. So even our sugar cane, when it's grown, the crop has more sugar in it than the other Caribbean islands. And the point of growing sugar cane is to get what? Exactly. So we just grow the best sugar. Okay. Now speaking of produce, right here, you've got one of our budding orchards. I say budding because nothing is really growing as yet, and or the monkeys got to them first. In the area, we have 2 troops. They reach about 175 to 200 monkeys together, and they're most often at war. It's kind of funny to see. However, if you know monkeys, they're very spiteful creatures. So if you let them have this, they let you keep everything else.
Yeah.
However, in the orchard, you have plants such as Bajan cherries. Bajan cherries are like this big, and they go from green to bright red. And that little cherry contains more vitamin C than 2 oranges. They are impeccable for you, and they taste delicious. You also have some sapodilla. You've got mommy apple, mango, breadfruit. Right here, this one that's right here in front of me, that is the grapefruit. Now, did you know the grapefruit was originated in Barbados? A cross between the orange and the shaddock. Yeah? So it's actually birthed in Montreal. Grapefruits today have been modified, but the first one was birthed here. Now we're going to head over to the well house here to your right. Again, the terrain is a bit uneven, so watch your step. On the inside is an open cavern, okay? So you are allowed to peer in, but please hold on to anything that could fall into the hole, because I will not be going further. Let's go next way.
It's too windy for Mozzies.
Yeah. Either sweet lime or another grapefruit, but it's some form of citrus. However, no part of the plant is edible. But in Barbados, they're everywhere. They grow like you'll find them on the highway, anywhere that you see like a gully or any like foliage, you'll find a lot of these trees. And years ago, I think they endeavored to grow it for lumber because we don't have a lumber industry because there's so much of it. I'm not sure if that took off. And then I believe that they also fed like the seeds of the plants to animals. But again, I haven't heard too much about that since. But then just to the right of it, so and then down to the bottom as well. So you'll find several plants right around yesterday. We've got several fruit orchards, many banana trees. We've actually got one mahogany grove which we planted ourselves. Very proud of that. And then several apiaries as well, because bees are important for the environment. But as you're passing, just mind the edge. If you go tumbling, you go by yourself, okay? And also be fast. So this here would be a gully. And gullies are collapsed caves, okay? So underneath here would have been a cave, which also makes sense as to like, we have the aquifer zone here because it's that underground pocket that would have fell in years ago. You guys can come in, just watch your step. You have 2 of them, so be careful. It would be a shame to fall before the rum. Great. So,
What is it?
welcome to the well house. This cavern was found on the plot centuries ago. However, since then, it would have been lengthened to 300 feet, which maintains that length to this date. Every so often, you'll have persons from Water Authority and structural companies to harness up, go down, take samples, but also to make sure that the integrity of the structure is still safe and sound. And then twice a week, we take our own samples from the water safe to test it and make sure that this water source is still very pure. Now, the pitter-patter of the well and the gushing of the water safe is a direct indication of rainfall we had days and weeks prior. So in the rainy season, it is gushing. But like around now to maybe like the end of August in the dry season, it will be very, very silent, very faint, or sometimes no water at all. And that just means no water is actively passing through the island in this area, but the aquifer below still will have some water. And if you look right here, you can see the other aquifers that have been mapped over the years. However, this map does need updating. And these are protected areas, okay? So no dumping, no pollution, and no major construction can happen around them. And we as Montgay do protect and help the environment around us, neighboring villages, to maintain this source of water, keeping it pure. So i.e., we do our own cleanup campaigns, we make sure there's no polluting, no dumping, and stuff like that. Now, I always say that the proof is in the pudding, so is anybody thirsty? Now, before you go, I want to make sure you guys are educated about what you're about to drink, okay? So remember, this water is passing through the island of Barbados, and in passing, it will pick up minerals and nutrients from our substrate, the pearl limestone. Pearl limestone has an alkaline quality, or actually, it gives an alkaline quality to things around it. So in passing through, this water becomes somewhat alkaline, picking up calcium, magnesium, carbonates, bicarbonates, and sulfates to, thank you, picking up those things as it passes through. So when you drink that, for one, it will taste like water, but it will have a textural quality because it's hard water. Anyone from the UK?
Yeah.
Good. So we all know hard water.
No, we're from Scotland, so we don't have hard water.
Well,
We have very soft water. It's true though.
Yeah, you
Really?
don't know.
I mean, it has its benefits. Because for us, the benefit of hard water is that the alkalinity will stress the yeast in a way that they create fruitier flavors in fermentation. So it does play a part in the production besides that taste of the island. Now when you drink this water, that handful, that first gulp, you'll probably get what? Your week's worth of magnesium and calcium in one sip.
Build that up, it better be good.
What's that?
It's a bit of a build up, it better be good.
How about it? Again, it tastes like water, but it does have a textural quality to it. It's a bit drying towards the end, but very refreshing. It's just like water.
Lovely. That's better than water. Better than ordinary water.
It's very satisfying.
Bit more magnesium.
So if the island's water supply from the aquifer still, or you got desalination?
We have desalination, yeah. So, as you can see, we're very small.
Yeah.
And in order to advance one way, you usually have to regress another. So in buildings, schools, car parks, complexes, shopping centers, housing areas, we lose a lot of our catchment areas. So we're actually a water scarce country because most of our rainfall never reaches the aquifers beneath. A lot of it runs back out to the ocean. So we do have to rely heavily on the sand plants for service water. But this water goes to the rum. Yeah.
Tastes like amber solaire. Yeah, nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So, sorry. Are there any questions for this area? Great. So you all, let's go. Watch your step.
That's why it's all the time.
Thank you.
Alright, so you've tasted the water, you understand what it does for the product, and that comes from the soil. And as I mentioned, the soil affects the sugarcane too. Now way back then, let's walk top, way back then, the seeds